Welcome to the FitClub TV Podcast. Thank you for joining us for another incredible episode. Join us every week as we discuss new questions and hot topics that deal with many important fitness goals. Don't forget to sign up for our weekly Zoom sessions in our FitClub TV community. And if you have a question that you want answered, make sure you make your way over to the FitClub TV app and ask the experts. Now with that, let's go ahead and get started on today's episode.
Hi, everyone. Looks like we got a couple people on here. I'm excited to give you guys the information that you need. Also had some great questions to pick from our Ask Our Experts. I'm so glad that people are responding. People are helping themselves in the community. It's an awesome thing to see. Big question I get this in the facility all the time, and I get it online because there's a lot of information and I also want to say misinformation on intermittent fasting. Okay. So people are like, hey, I'm hearing all this stuff about intermittent fasting, about stringing hours together. So Mary says, as her question is, should I do intermittent fasting? Is intermittent fasting healthy and good for me? Okay. Here's my take. If you're doing intermittent fasting right now, you're not going to like my take, because it's direct, and I'm going to ask you a simple question. First off, do you want to age rapidly? Of course, I'm assuming the answer is absolutely no. The last thing you want to do is age rapidly. Secondly, do you have a slow metabolism? Do you want to speed up your metabolism? Okay, of course you do. Nobody wants a slow metabolism, right? So intermittent fasting starts to wear on your body as a system. So it says that it can rejuvenate cells and be healthy and things like that. But that's not the science and the data that I'm getting. And I'm going to talk about that. Okay. So the clients that I get that are doing intermittent fasting, okay, what's happening is I'm seeing on their dunk tanks. So we have a specific test that measures lean mass. It also measures how much body fat in pure pounds of fat they lose. So it's different than any other program out there, because all these other programs out there are saying cardio, and restrict. Okay, restrict calories. Cardio, restrict calories. And the restricting calories for most people, like we're talking about today, is intermittent fasting, not eating with a period of time. First off, let me tell you that I've worked with eating disorders for the last 25 years. Stringing time together is the same thing as anorexia. The first thing they do when people have anorexia, they don't want them to string time together. So it's weird that we have a huge business model and a huge health model that's about health and about your wellness that would not be backed by anyone in the eating disorder community. So you don't want to string hours together. So that's the first concern that I have from a psychological understanding. I'm sure you can understand that, you're restricting those calories, and that may cause problems for you. And you're going to think, oh my gosh, I can't eat for the rest of the night. So if you start eating at if you wake up at 5 and you're only going to eat for 8 hours and then not eat the rest of the day, man, you're going to be hurting time come 8 p.m. Okay. And that's what people wanted back in the day. And that's a myth. If your body needs fuel, you must fuel it. Again, let me repeat it. If your body feels like it needs fuel, you must fuel it. Not fueling your body is a mistake. It's an absolute mistake that you cannot make. So here's what happens when you're in intermittent fasting. Your blood sugar levels do not raise, okay? So you're in a state of kind of ketosis and the ketones at the same time as well. Now, because of that, your body has to get energy from somewhere else. Can't get it from carbohydrates, okay? So what happens is your body starts to wear off itself. And where's it going to get energy from? From muscle. Cortisol, the stress-inducing hormone in our body, okay, dumps into the system, and that metabolizes muscle, and we use that as energy. Now, For every pound of lean mass you have, your metabolism is burn, baby, burn. Why would we not be wanting the burn, baby, burn? Why would we want to slow our metabolism down? Also, when we're slowing our metabolism down and we're not feeding our bodies, we're not in homeostasis. This will age us rapidly. Why would we want to age rapidly? As a 50-year-old man, the last thing I want to do is age anymore. I feel like I've aged out. So I'm thinking of ways, and I'm finding ways to take back time, to get it back, to speed up my metabolism, to feel younger and more powerful and strong. But intermittent fasting is not going to make me do that. So an example, had a client doing intermittent fasting while I was here, and he was in the dunk tanks. Okay, so he had his lean mass measured. And he was a smart kid. He's from MIT, had a full scholarship to MIT. So obviously a pretty smart kid. But as young people, they're young, so they're figuring out how things work for them and sometimes doing what has worked for them in the past. So he went to intermittent fasting, was throwing his meals away. We're finding meals. And then conveniently, when it was time to get dunked, to go in the dunk tank, to measure lean mass and body fat, he was skipping out. So finally, we went to him and said, listen, you got to dunk right now because we got to see the measurements. After 3 weeks, okay, he lost 5 pounds on the scale every single week. So if you're at home and you're losing 5 pounds every week, you're like, I'm killing it. I'm working so hard. I'm losing 5 pounds a week. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm the unstoppable version of myself. But there's more to this story. As we finally got him in the dunk tank after 3 weeks, after he on the scale lost 5 pounds per week, he had lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Okay, 15.1 to be exact. Of the 15.1 he had, 15.2 pounds he lost in lean mass. So he was doing 5 to 7 hours of exercise at Live in Fitness at our program that's feeding you 5 to 7 hours of a chef's feeding you 5 to 7 hours of exercise per day. You're working so hard to maximize how much fat you're going to lose. And he was 0.1 pounds fatter after 3 weeks because he wasn't doing the meal plan. He was following intermittent fasting. He was following the fad and the trend that's out there that simply doesn't work. And if it works, it's going to work the opposite because it's going to make you age rapidly and slow your metabolism down. And that's not something you want, at least assuming, because people don't call up and say, hey, I want to get in the best shape of my life. Can you make sure to slow down my metabolism? Of course not. We don't want to do that. So the idea for him, he kept saying, but Eric, I lost 5 pounds a week. Yes. Technically, you lost 5 pounds a week, and a pound of bricks and a pound of feathers is still a pound. That doesn't mean you are less fat. I said, after 3 weeks, you're 0.1 pounds fatter because you broke the meal plan. So intermittent fasting is breaking your diet, it's breaking your meal plan, it's breaking a healthy way to live, and it's no way to live long term. And people that are telling you to do it out there, it's all just misinformation. I think the world has way too much misinformation. We certainly don't need more. Okay? So I'm trying to educate you to get you to understand that if you're young and trying to stay in shape and get the best shape of your life and keep it that way, the last thing you want to need, last thing you're going to need is to slow down your metabolism, is to do things that are going to mess up your metabolism over time. The more things you do to affect your endocrine system and your adrenals that burn the adrenals out or have cortisol fire in your body, sooner or later, it will affect you over time. It's why autoimmune disease is so rampant in today's older clients and older people. So let's get back to basics. What is basics? Got to eat a protein, carbohydrate, and fat together. Okay? Simply enough. Intermittent fasting doesn't work. If it does, it works for a short period of time. Okay? You pull the muscle off your body. You pull the weight off your body, just like that guy that lost 15 pounds. And he lost 15 pounds. And he was applauding himself for the work he was putting in for and the restriction that he was doing when it came to his diet. Restriction. But that stuff doesn't work a long time. And it just makes you crazy, makes you insane. Don't feel crazy when it comes to diet and fitness and stuff like that. And Mary, I want to thank you so much. Intermittent fasting, that's such a great topic. Next week, I'm going to take all of the questions from Ask the Experts. We're going to put them together. We're going to really talk to you guys. I love doing this. I'm passionate about it. I want you to be successful. FitClub TV is a way for you to be successful every single week. Use the community, help each other, and let's all get the best body we can at the best age we are and have no excuses and feel empowered and feel like the best version of ourselves. I'm Eric Vescovis with FitClub TV and Live in Fitness, and I love what I do, and I love the chance that I get to spend time with you guys. Thank you for everyone that took the time to watch it today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, keep kicking ass. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you again for joining us on this week's FitClub TV podcast. Just as a reminder, don't forget, if you want to have your questions answered in next week's episode, head over to the FitClub TV app and ask us under the Ask the Experts section. We hope you have an absolutely incredible week continuing on your fitness journey. We'll see you next time.